Look, you're scrolling through Instagram, watching someone your age post about their passive income while you're sitting there thinking, I make decent money. Why am I still living paycheck to paycheck? You've tried saving, you've read the articles, maybe you've even got a few $1,000s sitting in a savings account earning basically nothing. But that magical $1,000 a month in passive income still feels like a fantasy reserved for tech bros and trust fund kids. Here's the thing though, it's not a fantasy. There's an actual formula, a mathematical certainty that works for anyone. And nobody's teaching it to you because, honestly, broke people don't make good customers for financial institutions. They want you confused. My name is Jace, and I spend way too much time thinking about why most people work their entire lives and still end up broke. If you're someone who's tired of trading every single hour for dollars and wants to understand how money actually grows while you sleep, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. So here's what most people don't realize. Passive income isn't about finding some magical investment or side hustle. It's not about crypto, it's not about dropshipping, it's not about becoming an influencer. Those might work for some people, but they're not the formula. The formula is this: principal times return rate times time equals passive income. Sounds simple, right? But here's where it gets really interesting. Most people focus on the wrong variable. They obsess over the return rate, finding the best investment that pays 12% or 15%, or following some guru promising 30% returns. That's actually backwards, and it's why most people never build wealth. Let me show you the math that changes everything. To generate $1,000 a month in passive income, that's $12,000 a year, at a realistic 8% annual return, you need $150,000 invested. That's the principal. That's the target. Now you might be thinking, Jace, I don't have $150,000 just lying around. I know, nobody does at first. But here's what's wild. A study from Vanguard found that the median 401k balance for people in their 60s, people who've worked for 40 years, is only about $60,000. 40 years of working, and most people don't even have half of what they need for basic passive income. That's not because they couldn't do it, it's because nobody showed them the actual formula. Here's the psychological shift that changes everything. Wealthy people don't see that $150,000 as an impossible mountain. They see it as a specific target with a specific timeline. And this is crucial. They understand that time is either going to work for them or against them. Let's break this down with real numbers. If you invest $1,000 a month, that's about $33 a day, less than most people spend on food delivery, at 8% annual return, you'll hit $150,000 in just under 9 years. 9 years sounds like forever until you realize you're going to be 9 years older anyway. The question is, do you want to be 9 years older with $150,000 generating $1,000 a month in passive income, or 9 years older still trading every hour for money, still stressed about bills?
Still one emergency away from financial disaster? Look, most people waste 9 years. They waste it on car payments for vehicles they can't afford. They waste it on bigger apartments they don't need. They waste it trying to look wealthy instead of actually becoming wealthy. Now here's the thing nobody wants to hear. That $1,000 a month you need to invest, it requires real sacrifice. And this is where most people fail, not because they can't do the math, you're doing it right now, but because they won't make the trade-offs. A study from the Federal Reserve found that 40% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing money or selling something. 40%. That's not because they don't make enough. The median household income in the US is over $70,000 a year. It's because of lifestyle creep. You get a raise and immediately upgrade your life. New car lease, bigger place, more subscriptions, nicer restaurants, and suddenly that raise is gone and you're still broke, just with better stuff. Here's the brutal math. If you're spending $1,000 a month on things that feel good now, the premium streaming services, the food delivery, the car payment on a vehicle that loses value every day, instead of investing it, you're choosing to work forever. You're literally choosing decades of employment over 9 years of discipline. But here's where this gets exciting, and this is what rich people understand that broke people don't. The formula accelerates. It's not linear, it's exponential. After year 9, when you hit that $150,000, if you keep investing that $1,000 a month, by year 15, you're at $300,000. Now, you're making $2,000 a month passively. By year 20, you're at $500,000, generating over $3,000 a month while you sleep. By year 25, you're at $850,000, making nearly $6,000 a month while you sleep. This is compound interest. Einstein supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world. And it only works if you start. It only works if you actually do the thing instead of just thinking about doing the thing. Now, you might be thinking, but Jace, what if I can't do $1,000 a month? Fine, do $500. That gets you to $75,000 in 9 years. That's $500 a month in passive income. Do $250. That's still $250 a month you didn't have before. The formula scales, but it doesn't work if you do nothing. And look, I need to address this. People get paralyzed trying to find the perfect investment. They waste months researching individual stocks, trying to time the market, following Reddit investment forums.
Stop. Just stop. Here's the reality. An S&P 500 index fund has averaged about 10% annually for decades. During that time, 80% of active fund managers, people whose literal job is to beat the market, failed to beat that simple index fund. You're not going to outsmart the market by watching YouTube videos and reading articles. Neither am I. The formula doesn't require you to be smart. It requires you to be consistent. So here's your action plan, and I want you to actually do this, not just nod along. First, open a brokerage account today, not tomorrow, today. Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab, doesn't matter. Pick one and do it. Takes 15 minutes. Second, set up automatic monthly investments into a broad market index fund. Make it disappear from your account the day you get paid. Automate it so you can't talk yourself out of it when you want to buy something stupid. Third, calculate your actual target. Want $2,000 a month passive? You need $300,000. Work backwards. Figure out your timeline. Make it real. Fourth, and this is critical, increase your investment amount every time you get a raise. Got a 3% raise? Increase your investment by 3%. Don't let lifestyle creep steal your future. That raise isn't for a nicer car, it's for buying your freedom. The wealthy aren't smarter than you, I promise you that. I've met plenty of wealthy people who are absolute idiots in every other area of life, but they understood this formula earlier and had the discipline to stick with it. That's literally it. You're 7 minutes smarter than you were when you clicked this video. You now understand the actual formula that builds wealth. The question is, what are you gonna do with it? Because knowing means nothing if you don't act. If this changed how you think about building wealth, hit that like button and subscribe for more financial breakdowns that actually make sense. I'll see you in the next one.